playing with the old 1500. I wanted to get some video footage. I'm having like the worst time. I finally thought I got a computer working. I put a couple videos out, and then that one decided to not work. So um, I do have the footage. I'm working on it, but I'm gonna try to put this out through my phone. Anyway, what I got going on here, I was doing this, and then I was thinking, I'm like, man, I should make some videos, and then I decided to grab the old phone here. So hopefully the visual stabilization is on. I think I have that turned on. I don't want to be shaking around like an old man. If I am, I apologize. This is the only way I can make a video anymore. This is really bad. So what I did, I'm using the other 1500 as parts. I was going to build that for my wife with a little V6, but I'm having some paperwork issues with that one. Using it for parts now. So anyway, this is the cluster out of that one. It just has this weird bingo checkerboard thing for lights and stuff, and then a fuel gauge, and then of course your mile per hour. What I did was, Rob, I took this unit out, which is just a blank off, because this truck was originally a manual, and then I put, this gadget in here. It hooks up to this, which goes to the steering column, so I know what gear I'm in, and then I can retain, like this one actually shows me like real information. Whether or not it works, I don't know, but I want to try it. So, and I know everybody's probably going to be like, it's only 80 mile an hour. Well, let's see what the other one is. I don't really pay attention to stuff like that. I remember as a kid, yeah, it's 80 mile an hour too. I remember as a kid, that's the first thing every kid wants to see is how fast a car can go. But compared to their speedometer. So a couple things that I've been missing was a decent steering column. The other steering column I had, the shift lever was all boogered. I got a key with this one. The column itself looks complete and decent. Nothing feels worn out. The do I have a light in here still? No. This one, oh, that's what I need to do. See how short this deal is here? I do need to capture this, but the this has a different switch. Interesting. Let me just go over to the other truck here. All right, so the switch on this truck is this big fat wide thing, and I stole it from another truck. Happens to be the same thing. I don't know what's up with my truck and this plug that it's got, but it needs this big wide one, which requires, here's the brake pedal that I stole from another parts truck I had. See how much bigger this is? It's like an inch and a quarter, inch and a half long to accept this thing. These trucks for some reason come with this little short guy, but then like when you go to put this in place, it doesn't it doesn't come through to put the clip on to hold it all. So like when you go to step on the brake, like there's nothing holding this from rear-ending somebody. So I need to change this pedal around, which is literally just this big bolt right here. I'm sorry everybody, this is horrible. Which is just this big bolt right here, but it lives up in Never Never Land. It's a pain in the butt to change. It was a heck of a time getting this one out of the donor truck. I'm just hoping this bend is the right bend, and this will work for me. I really hope. I don't know. We'll see. But if not, I have a welder. So can I just change that? Is that how this is? That would be awesome if I could just like change just this piece. What the heck's up with this? It looks like it's pressed into place. I don't think this is meant for me to mess with. That's a pretty important part to be screwing around with, you know what I mean? It's not bolted in. Nah, this is like riveted. The camera won't focus, but yeah. All right, so I got to change the pedal out. But anyway, that's what I'm going to work on now, is changing this out. And regardless, you know, I went with the Hydra Boost, but this rod, well, I'm sorry, this rod is the same. I was looking at what I was doing and not the camera. But yeah, it has nothing to do with that. This is wore out anyway. I don't know about this one. Anyway, I think I'm just going to upload these videos in these segments like this, unedited, because I want to get content to you guys so you can see what I'm up to. I got a lot of things I got going on with this out here. I'm trying to cut these off at like 10 minutes. I'm at 6 minutes and a half, 5.5. I got my harness in here. I'm starting to route things. It's stuff like, where's it at? That's the crank angle sensor. These right here, the throttle position and the idle air control valve are here, because the original harness came like through here and here, so it would have been right here. But I'm routing mine behind everything, and I'm having length issues. So things like my fuel injectors, which I switched over to the other style, like those they're kind of happy, you know what I mean? But oh, so that's what it was, the alternator. Where's the alternator plug? The alternator would have been right here on the factory engine, but now I have it over there. So here she is. That's the alternator. It's way back here. Because again, you know, if this harness was up here, this would have plugged right in. It wouldn't have had any problem. So I have to lengthen this a 1/4 mile to go around. I'm going to put it in this harness, I think. This harness is engine grounds. And which a lot of people just consolidate this engine ground into one big ground in the back of the engine, which I might do. But the crank angle sensor, which I'm thinking about coming through. See how this, what did I do? I don't even know what I did here. That doesn't go through there. But I got to figure out how to get this over there. I'm thinking about routing the wire for the alternator through that. And then the rest of it's just cleaning up, tying in the truck's harness with the computer's harness, getting everything working, and making it happy. I want this thing to run, you know, soon. I at least want it to run enough where I can like move it in and out of the garage on its own, and I don't have to push it. That would be awesome. I do have the charge air cooler to set up yet, but that's like the last thing. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm focusing on now. I'm coming up on 8 minutes here. So let me get to this a little bit. I'm going to fiddle with this brake pedal, and then I'll turn the camera back on as I'm getting maybe the steering column back on or something. Who knows? I got to do the transmission linkages. Yeah, I want to try. I built my own transmission linkage that I got off of like Amazon. I just wasn't happy with it. It felt real spongy because that rod was able to flex. I want to go with the factory linkage, which I'm going to try to rob. That's a 700R4. I don't know if it's the same for these 4L80. A lot of guys say it is. A lot of guys say it's not. I got a welder. Maybe I can make it work. I have no idea. But for right now, let me cut this video off. Let me do some things. I'll try to upload this. We'll see how this goes, and I'll turn the camera back on when I'm further down the road. All right, thank you.